Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 43 of the AFK podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yo.
I'm obviously joined by co-hosts Daniel and Isaac.
Greetings.
Yeah.
Pretty, pretty like
Eventful week.
a very very eventful week, and also pretty
Yeah.
like streamlined on exactly what we're talking about this week, which is the summer gaming showcase season, which just wrapped up with the Xbox showcase. As we're recording this, it ended half an hour ago. But we'll start with Xbox because they were not the first one. So let's just jump in. Actually, I've also forgot to mention that you can listen to this on Spotify and Amazon Music, and yeah, I
On the
forgot.
go. If it's the ideal for you,
Exactly.
then that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Monday mornings, you're busy, you don't have time to sit down and watch a video. Put it on Spotify, chuck your
I mean,
headphones
if you're
in.
listening to us
There we go.
anyway, like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
And
sorry.
two, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's jump in with the state of play for June. Did anyone else watch? I know Daniel. Did you watch
I
half of
watched.
this?
Wait, what's it? Which one's this for?
The Sony state of play, PlayStation.
Nah, I didn't watch this one.
I wasn't on. Did you live stream it?
No.
No.
They
Okay,
started
well,
it.
even then, I wasn't.
They started at
I was
10.
kind of laid in bed watching it.
And this was fine. This was like a 7 out of 10 showcase. It started off with Luminous Arise, which is made by the Tetris Effect people. I am a very big fan of Tetris Effect. I don't know about you guys, so that very much
Yeah,
piqued
not
my
played it.
interest, and it looked really cool. Do not know about release date yet. So yeah, go look at that. Then they showed off Pragmata from Capcom. This is a game that's been in development hell for years. It looks. Yeah.
Never even heard of it.
I'm probably not gonna play it. So
I'm probably not looking at it.
yeah. Then we got
No,
Romeo is a
no,
Dead Man, which
that looks good.
awesome. That game looks really good.
Literally, the only thing as I've been
This
discussing with
is-
Nathan throughout the week.
I've not
I
seen
just
this
want a
either.
bit more like oomph to it, kind of like feedback from
Dead
inputs.
Man. This has been
It
developed
just
by
feels a bit
the
static at certain points, but other than
team
that, it seems
who
really good.
make No More Heroes. So it's a hack and slash action game. Preach. I have been saying I'm getting bored of Souls-like action games. It's all they are. So Ninja Gaiden 4, which we'll talk about in the Xbox showcase, and Room is a Dead Man. It's nice
That was
to
an
get
Xbox
more.
showcase.
Funny. It's nice to get more hack and slash games again for actions. So yeah, Room Dead Man looks awesome. Comes out next year. Then we got Bloodstained: The Scarlet and Engagement. Don't care. Digimon Storytime Stranger. Well, Digimon. I mean, it looks better than Pokemon, so I'll give it that. Yeah. Final Fantasy Tactics. Hey, this is a remaster of Final Fantasy Tactics. It's people say this is the best Final Fantasy game, so yeah, maybe I'll try it out. Do you guys heard of Baby Steps?
No.
So
No,
this is
what's
a game
Baby
where you
Steps?
climb up a hill, but like it's physics based and you walk. It's kind of a bit like getting
Oh, I
over it and
think,
stuff.
Yeah, I hate those
When they
sort
were
of games. They're
talking
rage
about
games.
it, the guy was like,
Yeah, I remember
I
that
was
trailer.
I was vomiting laughing. It's like,
Oh,
it's just
why?
kind of
Why?
weird.
Why was he vomiting, bro? Why would
He
he
was
do
laughing
that?
so much. It's like, okay, that just makes it
Yeah,
sound really
but
Or whatever
cringe.
nothing
Callum
is that
has.
funny.
I know. It
The
looks
only
fine.
thing is that funny would be Nathan die.
Thanks, I guess.
No problem.
I look at a
You
game
guys clearly
called.
haven't heard the low tape preferred.
Thank you. Then we got to look at a game called Hirogami, which I think was quite cool. It's like from the name you can tell it's like origami style game, and it just looks kind of cool. I don't know. It just looks cool. That's the reason I'm excited. So yeah. So you need some time. Cool art style. We also got to look at the release date for Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. This is
Did we?
developed. Yes, we did. What do you mean? Did we?
Cool. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Ninja Gaiden back on the rise with the remake or master of 2. I don't know exactly what it is. And then we got Ninja Gaiden 4, which looks really cool. I think you're excited for
I
as well,
like
Daniel.
Ninja Gaiden 4, yeah.
We also got a new
I'm a
look at
big
that.
fan of Rising, which was by Platinum Games.
Yeah. So
Their combat looks really fun. This looks just as fun.
so this game looks cool. Comes out July 31st. so not long left. Featuring dual protagonists, cool combat. I believe the team behind this made Blasphemous.
Isn't that supposed to be
that the
good?
one that's not
Yeah, that's the
very?
one we played. In our game
Oh.
design.
Oh, that one. Okay, I was thinking
Yes.
of something else. What was it that Platinum made that didn't do well?
Oh, I don't. Oh no, sorry. Is this? Yeah, Blasphemous team. They're making this. The Platinum made. There's a lot of games they've made. Nah. Yeah, that game looks cool. I'm excited for that. It's nice.
Sure, that
I'm
would be
gonna
cool.
butcher this. Chiron? You're climbing a mountain, and yeah, this is like a
Yeah,
game.
you climbing a mountain. Is that
I'm
basically
sure.
it?
Yeah, that is basically what
Celeste.
it was. Um,
Oh right, okay.
Celeste.
yeah, I'm sure that's for someone. It looks fine. I guess. It just doesn't really look my kind of thing. Um, we've got a Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection shown off. We are not fighting people. Um, I guess fighting games. We don't beat people up in the street, but yeah.
I'd beat you up,
This is
Nathan.
about the half-ish way point through the showcase, and the only really cool things were at the very start. So, as though another trailer for Metal Gear Solid Delta. I can't wait for this game to come out so they can stop showing it. This game is always here, and it's just a glorified remaster. Um,
For 70
it's for
quid.
70 quid. Why? It's just
That
stupid
sounds
to me.
fun.
That's good.
So which is messaged. We also got the announcement for Neo 3 and a demo.
Right.
I've heard the Neo games are pretty good. I know a lot of people like them. I've never played them. I think Harry was talking about like he owns them, but he's never played them. Average gamer, but it looks cool.
Yeah, that should.
I might try the demo out if it's still available. So yeah, nice.
Cool.
A VR game that looks like every other VR game. Thief VR: Legacy of Shadow. Just looks kind of generic, and that's the thing with a lot of VR games. They all look very similar. So
Yeah, I
a
will
lot of them are
admit.
medieval sword fighting games. So
Yeah.
what are you saying?
No, yeah, I'd say I
Oh
will
yeah,
admit
okay.
like a lot of them do look quite similar.
They look like a game Tides of Tomorrow. This is a game where I can't remember who's making this. I'll tell you when I'm ready to get down. It's like a multiplayer game where um you can see what other players chose as their choices, and you can follow them, or you can kind of take your own path and then go like a different route, which I think sounds kind of interesting. Um, I don't know how it's gonna work like every other way, but I think you know it sounds quite interesting. I don't know. It says it's a survival game here, but I don't think it is. So I believe this is also developed by the Road 96 team. Has anyone played Road 96
I
or
have
heard
not.
of it?
I've
No.
seen people play Road 96. It's pretty fun. It's on my 100% list.
Hmm.
So
It
I do want to
looks
play it
like
at some
something you
point.
would have played. I think it's like a walking sim,
Yeah,
and
it is a bit like it's like a you're trying to reach like Canada,
Mhm.
and you have to go through the story, and you have to choose different like options and what to do
Mhm.
to get there. Pretty fun.
Yeah, we'll get to those in a minute Daniel, when we get to them in the showcases. Um,
Yep.
those are from the Summer Games Fest. That's why. So look fine. Sea of Remnants, some pirate looking. I don't know. It looks fine. It just looks fine. Not really my kind of thing. Well, something that is my kind of thing. Sword of the Sea. This is developed by the Journey team. You guys, have you seen or heard of Journey? It's a great
Yeah.
indie game. You're riding on a sword in this game, like a surfboard.
Mhm.
Sold. Very cool. Art is behind Abzu as well. So, nice. And then something I don't know about you, Isaac, but me and Daniel are definitely excited for. 007 First Light.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
that looks
Very
good.
Hitman
good.
team James Bond game. Daniel, want to
Yep.
share your
All
thoughts
right.
on this?
Yeah, no, hold on, let me wake up a bit. Right. I am very excited. I've not played the Hitman games, but I do like the sound of like a. You praise the Uncharted games, like you said, this looks very much Uncharted but
Yes.
British. This is like one of those this is my chance to play one of those games without kind of jumping over a bunch of games,
Mm,
because obviously the other Uncharted games aren't on PC.
yeah.
But yeah, so this is a nice way for me to kind of get into that sort of gameplay.
It's
And it looks
also
very, very good. I've
I
not
was
watched many
read
Bond movies, but
yeah I was reading something
I've seen
about
clips from them,
what is
and
it?
yeah.
I'm trying to find it. I think it was about like how oops I just clicked on a Pac-Man trailer. Um, because obviously IO who makes Hitman are very known for their stealth games. This
Mhm.
one you can go stealth or you can just go in loud. So
I'll be doing stealth. I am a
that's
stealth
nice.
advocate.
Shows that it isn't just a solely stealth, or you can like use your gadgets. You can like kind of talk your way through stuff,
And also
and that's great.
nowadays, whenever stealth gets released, everyone complains because everyone's got the attention span of like a pipe bomb.
Hmm. So it looks fun. It looks really great. That's my favorite that they showed off in this entire showcase. So
Mhm.
yeah, I've been hyped for that game for a while. It's nice to
Yeah.
actually get to see it. Do you have any thoughts on Isaac? I don't know if you're a Bond fan.
I didn't
Um,
even watch it. I'm not a Bond fan.
the trailer's good. I recommend the trailer.
I don't really care, to be
Damn.
honest. I'm not a Hitman fan either, so.
Yeah. Um, we then got the announcement of a Ghost of Yotei State of Play next month, which cool. Um, we get to see full gameplay of that game before it comes out in October. Yeah, cool. A game which I don't think any of us are excited for. Not because it looks bad, but it's Silent Hill F.
Yeah,
I,
not too
I would
bothered.
say
What
we're
with
all
is it?
horror
I
fans. Yeah, Harry is excited for this. He's a big horror fan and likes
I'm quite
to.
bad with horror for the most part when
Mm.
it comes to games.
It's gonna look really scary. So
Films I'm fine and stuff,
mm,
but I'm bad with because I'm actually in that seat.
yeah,
I struggle with horror because most of it doesn't really give me like the vibe of horror, if you know what I mean. It kind of just like I feel like I can get more immersed into a film or TV show than a kind of game. It just doesn't make sense, but like
uh huh.
especially horror stuff.
Okay.
Well, mainly horror stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. It looks cool. I'm not gonna play it, but it looks cool. I'll say that about another horror game that we'll talk about in the next showcase. Um, then everyone's favorite game, everybody's golf hot shots. It looks like a PS2 game that was locked on the PS2. So, which I guess. And then the big one, Marvel Tokon. I don't know how I say that. Fighting Souls. This is the Marvel fighting game tag team developed by Arc System Works, who, if you don't know, makes Guilty Gear Strive. Now, we're all Marvel fans here. I'm sure we will all agree. But
yeah,
we're not really fighting guys. What are your
no, I
thoughts?
don't think. I don't really
I'm
care. I mean, it's
tolerant
good
for it.
that it's coming out. You know, we've got a lot of Marvel stuff recently with Rivals
And there's
and
a
now
bunch
this,
of
so
projects as well.
Hmm.
yeah, it's cool, but I
Yeah,
ain't gonna play it.
I think I've always wanted to try Guilty Gear Strive. That game looks really cool. So I think this is a cool way to get in. And also, the game looks really cool. I kind of like that Marvel's like giving their IP out to kind of anyone. It's like, yeah, you can make a
Hmm.
hero shooter, and it came out,
Yeah, go give it a
and it's
go.
one of the biggest hero shooters of all time. So
Hmm.
yeah,
I'm probably one of the most fun I've had in a while.
yeah, the
Yeah, I don't
showcase
know what this.
was it's kind of it happened. So
Yeah.
and we have the better one, the one that uh we have a reaction on Twitch. Daniel watched the whole thing, as he didn't,
Yep.
and that is
I was falling asleep
Summer
towards
Games
the end.
Fest. So
Hell, I'm in the exact same position as I was then right
I
now.
I
I'm
wasn't home this night.
so they kicked off with the world premiere of Mortal Shell 2. This is a Souls-like game. I've heard of the first Mortal Shell. I don't know about anyone else. Have you guys heard of Mortal Shell?
No, I never heard of it.
I think I've heard of it, but
Mhm.
never actually known anything about it.
And yeah, not my thing. Then we got the Fortnite Star Wars Galactic Battle World premiere trailer. Um, yeah, I don't know why it's just kind of here because they need it to be here. So
Hmm.
yeah, Death Stranding 2 on the beach. We got a little more footage of that. Yeah,
I
the game
think
just looks cool.
I've
I
not
just
played
want it
the
to be out.
I've not played the first Death Stranding yet, so I can't really be too excited for it. I
Mhm.
need to play
Yeah.
one first.
Um.
On sale regularly enough, I'll put it on my wish list.
Yeah. Chronicles Medieval. This is some night game, which Tom Hardy, I believe, did the narration for the trailer. I don't know about the full game. So
That
I was
was
like,
Tom
that's
Hardy.
yeah. Just is kind of the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. This game was announced last year, I believe. And we got a
Hatsune Miku.
we got some crossover characters: Hatsune Miku, Ichiban from the Like a Dragon series, Joker from Persona 5, very cool, and then Minecraft Steve. So
I
am
am
Steve,
Steve.
which I thought that's kind of
Going as
weird, but then I
different as
remembered
Jack Black.
there's like so much Minecraft Sonic stuff. So like I
Yeah.
believe hasn't there been like 2 crossovers or something with Sonic
I
in
believe
Minecraft?
so, yeah.
So
Two official ones,
yeah,
yeah. So we were going through the emotes the other day.
so yeah, I guess this is just them kind of giving their thing off. So I mean, the game looks fine. It's just it just releases near in the same year as Mario Kart World, so a lot of people probably aren't going to get it. So as in like the target audience for this game. Code Vein 2, just kind of generic anime game. Yeah.
Yeah.
End of Abyss. This was the one that you thought was like Soul Nightmares, Daniel, with a gun.
Yeah.
Looks really cool, kind of creepy
It does look very
atmosphere.
scream. The camera work definitely screams Little Nightmares, and it just does.
Yeah, you might be interested in that one,
That's
Isaac.
good.
End of Abyss, is what it's
Yeah.
called. We got this might be our final trailer for Mouse PI. Pardon me. Troy Baker's in the game. He's in every game.
Oh, Mouse PI.
Yeah, he plays the
Yeah,
main
he
character.
voices a
Oh.
main character.
He's everywhere. So I'm honestly
I've
surprised
just
he
gone on my
wasn't
phone.
previously.
And the first thing I've opened up to is no State of Decay news.
We'll get into that.
I'm actually so upset.
Get something that Isaac, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're interested. Game of Thrones: War for Westeros. This looks
I do want
like...
to play this.
I'll let you give your thoughts.
I woke up the morning after, and I was scrolling with my phone, and there's like new Game of Thrones game announced. I was like, and I'm having a look, and it's War for Westeros, and it looks really good. It's PC only, and it looks like you can. It's a sort of choice game,
Yeah.
and you get to choose your sort of ending, which I think's really interesting because I don't know if how much you guys know about the Game of Thrones books, but George R. R.
Spoilers.
needs to write the end.
Yeah,
not
give
major
spoilers. No, because you said this last
But
time for Game of Thrones, and then you spoiled a
no
character.
spoilers at all. No
Watched it,
spoilers at all. No spoilers at all.
That's so stupid.
He still needs to write the final books. The show obviously didn't have anything to base it off. That's why the final seasons were dookie along with some other things. Now, one comment said that George R. R. Martin can't think of an ending, so he's making these games so the players can just choose their own ending to the show, which I think is pretty funny.
Now,
So
you see this game looks cool.
I feel like something like that
This is a
happens on
completely CGI trailer, and it's an RTS game.
I know it's a
So,
CGI trailer. Okay,
That is not what that game
Or-
looks like. Just put that into
but the concept
memory.
of it is cool.
Sure, the concept's interesting. But
And plus,
It's so false
I'm not the
advertising.
only person, but a lot of people want a Game of Thrones game, which is good, and not a mobile game.
I think the issue though is they need to like I don't know why they don't just make like a Shadow of War game for Game of Thrones. Like that's clearly what a lot of people want. Like I'm not, people do like real-time strategy. I'm not gonna deny that. But if they want their gaming rights to be bigger, just make a Shadow of War, God of War, Game of Thrones game. That would sell like hotcakes. And I honestly don't know why they haven't done that because they shut down the studio, which means I mean they could also maybe do the Nemesis system in it. I don't know. But yeah, the game looks like it lies to you. So, oh well. Atomic Heart 2 was announced. Did you guys play Atomic Heart 1?
I played a bit of
haven't
Atomic
played
Heart
it.
1.
I played a couple hours, I think,
Mhm.
but I can't remember.
Not really my
Yeah, I
type
got
of thing,
kind
to
of
be
bored.
honest, but I maybe will 100% it one day.
I remember was it a fridge that was very obsessed with the main character? I just remember
There
a
was
machine
like
being very,
the
very
gun
obsessed.
upgrade machine was like
I
would
think
flirt
that's
with the
it.
character and
Yeah, I
stuff.
think that's it.
So,
That's like the most I
So-
remember about the game.
Yeah.
And the hot
Um,
robot.
that and those kind of bad robot
Yeah,
twins.
Yeah.
it was as soon as you saw those robots, you're
Honestly,
like, oh, I
I'm
know this is
immediate
it.
read by them.
They know their
honestly.
audience. They
Yeah.
know their
Yeah.
audience. Me and Nathan.
They also knew their
audience
audience for
get
like the
read
next
by
game
them.
that they showed off because they came with 2 games. The Cube, which is an MMO shooter game which
Before
the
time,
world
there
kind of
was
changes.
the
It
cube.
sounds interesting. Like
We'll see.
I don't know. I know some people did like Atomic Heart, but I didn't know people liked it enough to make somehow make
No,
two
yeah,
new
I didn't
games.
think
I
it
didn't think it
had
was
a
this popular.
massively good reception. I'll
Like
be
I just
honest.
people just thought it
Yeah,
was fine, like 7 out of 10.
yeah.
So
I mean,
that's surprising.
I guess a good part about that would be though, even if it isn't, it means they're passionate about it enough to make
Yeah.
more games in it instead of just, oh, this did well, so let's make another cash grab.
So I mean, the
That would
cube
be
looks
kind
Maybe,
of
interesting.
what
but
I'd
I'm
probably take the
thinking towards.
cube out
Yeah,
instead of Atomic Heart 2.
Mhm.
But
I wouldn't mind playing Atomic Heart again.
yeah,
Just don't have Game Pass anymore.
we got
I'll probably give it another go one day.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion. This is a 2D beat 'em up game. We got some new characters revealed, which are I believe one of them was Rocket, and the other one is She-Hulk. Um, yeah, Rocket and She-Hulk. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, cool. I guess. Some more Onimusha with the sword gameplay. This game looks really cool.
I can't remember which one that was.
This is the action samurai game. Like that's not something down at all. I know, but
Yeah, the fact you have any idea how little that narrows it down.
trust me, it looks cool because of next year from Capcom.
Right, I'll trust you.
And then right after that is my second favorite game that they showed off. Felt That Boxing. This is a game where the
That looks
characters are
good.
puppets, but it's all in engine, but it looks real.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Like,
thoughts on
genuinely,
it,
that's the
Daniel?
most realistic looking
Cool.
fur hair like thing I've seen in a game.
Mm.
You're a fairy, Daniel?
What?
Nah,
I'm just
I'm
gonna ignore
Yeah.
kidding.
that comment.
But yeah, it looks really cool. It looks funny, and yeah, I've not seen a game. It's like I think when we were streaming it, I was talking about Cuphead and how I like when games kind of imitate a certain style. This is obviously puppetry,
Yeah.
and it looks
Muppets.
you can clearly see it, and all the passion and effort playing. Like it looks really cool. Felt that. I'm very excited for that game. I don't believe it has a release date yet. I'm gonna double check that actually. Um,
Yeah.
I think it's literally just the game. It also gives me vibes of Punch Out. If you've ever played that, it's the Nintendo boxing. There was a game on the Wii. I don't think no released it yet. Okay, that's fine. They can just let it cook. Yeah, that game was really cool. After that was Killer In. It was that Among Us clone game. If you remember, Daniel, just
Except it just looks
it
like
was
the
ass.
logic is weird.
Yeah.
I still, even from the trailer explaining, I don't understand how it's supposed to work because they were just killing everyone left, right, and center.
Oh
How does
yeah.
that become a murder mystery thing? Like everyone's the murderer, bro.
hmm
That just looks like Among Us, but like no, it's stripped away all the fun of it.
Yeah. Just kind of.
Yeah, I'd rather play Among Us.
Then Arc Raiders. This was announced many years ago. It
Keep
just
saying
looks.
Ark, and I just get a
It
mental
just looks
flashback.
so generic. So we might as well skip over it. Dune
Yeah.
Awakening. Did you see this trailer, Isaac? Let me guess. No. Isaac's not even here.
No, no. The only ones I saw were the Xbox Game Showcase ones because that's the only one I was here for.
Okay. So basically, this trailer showed off kind of like the way that you can kind of how kind of a little bit how the game kind of works story wise, I guess. So it starts with two people, and then one of them ends up going down to the Fremen side, and then what's the name of the bold white people?
Harkonnen.
Harkins, that's it. They go to that side. Kind of show like how the story, I guess, works in this game. It looks interesting. I think the animation just looks really bad, so they look really janky and clunky. But any thoughts on it, Daniel? Or not? Daniel?
Yeah.
Any thoughts on Dune Awakening?
I don't really like, bro. I've not watched the movies. I'm a survival game fan, so maybe I'll check it out. But honestly, I'd
Yeah.
just rather stick to current survival games.
Is that great? Like Ark.
Yeah.
Um,
I love Ark Survival Evolved.
we'll skip over these ones because I
I
don't
have
think any.
a
Oh, actually, no.
love-hate
This one looks pretty
relationship.
interesting. Out of Words. This this looks clearly inspired by like It Takes Two, Split Fiction, where it's like I believe claymation inspired. is the art style they're inspired by. The characters don't have mouths, so they don't speak. It's a co-op game. Looks really fun. I'm sure Isaac will probably end up playing this if we see it again. Um,
Maybe.
Probably.
yeah, we got a new Mafia 4 trailer. Cool. This game just looks fun. Mafia 4 does look quite cool, and
I've
it's
not
only
played
£45.
Mafia yet.
I think this is a prequel, so you can probably jump into this one, which is nice. I don't know the Mafia story, so.
Yeah.
And then one Daniel, you were interested in Lego Voyagers, the two-player Lego
Yeah.
game. We wanted to share your thoughts on
I
Voyagers.
don't know. I just didn't feel the vibe of it.
Hmm.
Like, the music especially did a lot for me. I've always said music does a lot for me.
Yeah.
It just looks cozy.
Yeah, I agree with you. It looks quite nice. I like how you can obviously build and test out if they work and stuff. So maybe that's another one to jump into. It's co-op, like Split Fiction. It takes two. Nicktoon. We're skipping that one. That one looks ass. That Nicktoon's D&D looking ass game.
Shame
Fractured Blooms. This was one that Jeff Keighley said was inspired by Doki Doki, and I
Doki
cannot
Doki
remember the
and,
other one.
was it Silent Hill?
I think.
I think it was Silent Hill. He said Doki Doki and Silent Hill.
I don't know how to describe it. That's all you're gonna get because I don't know, and I don't think we'll be that interested in it because it's a horror game, like we said.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it looks creepy enough.
it does look very creepy.
The sound design seems really good.
Mhm.
Like that mixing with the voices and stuff really made me feel uneasy.
Yeah. Then Lies of P Overture, the DLC. This was shadow dropped during the showcase, and people probably left to go play that. Honestly, I don't blame them. Yeah, that's cool. I know this DLC is adding difficulty, which a lot of people are turned off by, but yeah, I think it's added difficulty. Is this one? So yeah, I would like Lies of P does look really cool. I played the demo when it came out.
One of my mates from uni's like a big fan of Liza P, so he's probably excited by that announcement.
Well, I know what you're going to be excited by, Daniel. Jurassic World Evolution 3.
Hell
Now, we'll let
yeah!
Daniel yap.
Oh my
He's been waiting
god,
for this
okay,
one.
if you guys don't know, I am the biggest dinosaur fan, and the Jurassic World Evolution games are some of my
Yeah,
favourites.
he would
I
have
may or
sex
may
with
not.
that dinosaur if he could.
Okay.
No,
I would like
that
to say
side,
before we dive in, the trailer was leaked 5
Yeah,
hours
okay,
before.
yeah, let's go into that first.
So
5 hours before the showcase, a random article, I think it might have been a bit before I was on, a random like news site, I don't know what country, I think was it Belgium? I have no clue. Either way, they leaked the trailer early and I immediately watched that and it looked so good, amazing. Anyway, but let's get into what makes this so good. Bearing in mind I've spent like way too much money on this franchise. But yeah. So we got a cinematic trailer first. I'll get into the gameplay trailer in a moment, which came out today. We have been revealed. Baby dinosaurs. We are getting like natural like breeding of the species. Like there are male and female variants. Like you can make it like a natural like what's the word? I don't know. You can just make a natural kind of cycle for. There's a word that I'm trying to search for and I just cannot find.
circle of life.
Yeah, life finds a way. But anyway.
Because into just like eggs in the other games.
It's literally just incubating genomes. That's it. Like you just like the test tube babies. This is a natural life cycle. So yeah, this is cool. It means we're also getting male variants of all the species, or most of them. I'll get into that. They've literally stated that I think they have over 80 species in the game, with 70 being able to naturally breed. So I'm assuming that'll be the hybrids, which can't breed, which means that we're getting hybrids on launch, which is cool. Another thing, modular building. We can actually like customize the buildings like so freely now, like layer by layer almost, which looks very, very cool. That's something that I kind of got bored of the first game. You just kind of place the same, well, the first two games, place the same buildings over and over. Like there's some customization in two, but yeah, not this. Better terrain tools. Something I've wanted for so long. You guys play Minecraft with me. You guys know how much I like terraforming.
We do.
And now this is such a weird thing to get excited over, but we can build cliffs in this game now. It's great.
Cliffs.
How much did you guys play of the first two Jurassic World Evolutions?
Not loads, but I swear you couldn't really do much terraforming wise.
Yeah, so you know how you have to like always deal with those annoying ass slopes. when you're
Yeah.
building your buildings and enclosures. No more because we've got cliffs in it is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Waterfalls are also a thing which is brilliant. It looks
So you
like
can now
rocks can
give
naturally fall.
Rexy the high ground.
Pretty much, yes. You can make a like movie accurate T-Rex enclosure in your Jurassic Park recreations. It's great.
That's
Petting
good.
zoos, something the community has wanted for so long, finally getting added
That's a
with the
good
baby
idea.
dinosaurs. Semi-aquatic dinosaurs can now swim in deep water. That is a
Oh,
great feature. People who are, I mean, I know Nathan, you're a big fan of Spinosaurus.
Hehe. Oh yeah,
He
the
can
Last
now
of Us 2
swim.
stream. That was a fun.
I hate how you love that movie so much because it
Isaac
is
likes
just
it as well.
cool.
We
Oh
both
yeah,
like Jurassic World 3.
Jurassic
Park 3,
Park,
sorry. Not
Jurassic
World.
Park 3
Not
is
like World
not a
3.
good
yeah.
film. It's one of the worst. Not as bad as Dominion, but it's still
Better than Fallen
bad.
Kingdom.
It is not better than Fallen Kingdom. I'll downhill. Park 3, I hate. They just do so much wrong. But anyway, let's not get into that rant. Now, I am going to talk about something that's a bit iffy, but I can look past it because of how small it is, and it's just they use stock images instead. Generative AI has been used to generate these scientist avatars. In Jurassic World Evolution 2, they introduced us you have to hire scientists to be able to research and stuff and do certain tasks.
Mm.
And they have
Mm.
decided that they're going to use AI for the images instead of the stock photos they typically used. So it's not a massive thing. It's still a kind of a shame. It's putting some people out of work there, like when you could just buy the stock images for it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of a low point. But the rest of it seems fine. Also, a lot of locations. This is going to be another global game, kind of like Jurassic World Evolution 2. And from analyzing the trailer, it looks like we're getting Jurassic Park Japan, which is something people have wanted for ages, because it was mentioned in the books, Jurassic Park Japan, and that's just like a bunch of theories about the movies and whatnot and stuff. It's never been seen until now.
Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park
Yeah,
Japan. Whoa!
yeah, and
That's fine.
it does look beautiful. We also looks like we're getting locations in China, Malta, Italy, I believe Santa Cruz. It's an island off the coast of Portugal, I believe. Yeah. And then it looks like we'll have two American locations. So yeah,
hmm
but no, oh, this game seems like a massive win. Frontier's listened to so much of the community's like wants for this game,
Yeah.
and it's only 50 quid for base version, 65 for the deluxe edition.
That's a good
Good.
price, I think, for a
Brain
game as big as
50 is the
it.
new 30, sadly. I hate that I have to say that, but it basically
Yeah,
is now.
yeah, but then we have like Helldive and stuff, which is a nice price. But
So,
yeah, and it releases October 21st. I need to get a job so I can buy the deluxe edition ASAP.
scary
So
words.
yeah.
Sorry for the jump scare, everyone. We didn't mean to say that jump
Yeah.
scare. Alright.
Well, screw you, Nathan.
Yeah.
Guess what? I filled out a job application.
So
What?
did I.
Can't be scaring Nathan like that
You
with job
wait,
application.
what? You've applied somewhere?
That was ages ago, though. They never got back to
Oh,
me.
okay. Are you just talking about the one that we did? We both
No, no,
did.
no, 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 it was a different
Oh, a different one, right?
one. I won't say
Anyway,
where. To dox
and
us.
I, right, but yeah,
I
I'm
know where
looking
it is.
forward to this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my little nerd thing over.
One of
Back to the
many.
episode. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm gonna
I
get
feel
into
like I
way
just set
more.
off Daniel's, like, like Winter Soldier trigger words. I had to say it for it. I said Jurassic World.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's
Love this
something
game.
from this Summer Games. This Summer Games Festival was mid as hell, so at least you got something good out of it. Next up, Mina the Hollower. Release date October 31st. This game comes out. It's
What's this?
developed by the Shovel Knight team. Have you ever heard of Shovel Knight? Pretty popular indie game. It
Hmm.
did release on the Wii U, so maybe you might not have heard of it, but it looks really cool. Yeah, kind of that old school NES graphic style, art style. Sorry.
Hmm.
So cool. Um, Next one, Deadpool VR. Um, it
Looks alright.
Neil Patrick Harris is kind of
Kind of.
weird though. Like he sounds just kind
Yeah.
of bored. So, which
Hmm.
ooh, um,
Yeah.
it looks fun though. I kind of would have just preferred we get a new Deadpool game. So,
Hmm.
and then I did see a nice picture. I think to you, Daniel. I think it was yesterday of like Nolan North and Ryan Reynolds together. Obviously, in case you don't know, Nolan North has voiced Deadpool for years in like games and shows and stuff. So that was nice.
Yeah.
So I guess Neil Patrick Harris is joining him. He's also voiced Spider-Man. I believe
Hmm.
Spider-Man. So it's cool. And some
I
like
could not tell you.
I think it was like this CGI Spider-Man show that's meant to be like a continuation of the very first Sam Raimi Spider-Man film.
Oh
I
yeah.
believe that's him in that one. So it's a bit weird. Something Isaac's excited about, and I guess me too. Dying Light to the Beast. We
I
got
Yeah,
want to
Dying
play
Light to the Beast
Dying
recently.
looks
Light.
good.
Did you watch the trailer, Isaac?
I haven't. I've seen a bit of the gameplay.
This
I
is a lot
haven't
more
watched it.
story
I
focused.
don't want
This
to
trailer,
spoil it too
I will
much
say.
because I do want to play it.
That's fair enough.
I do want to play it, so
Yeah, comes out
I don't want to
August
spoil it.
22nd of this year.
Is it Game Pass or not?
I don't think so. I don't know. I
I
feel like if it
don't
was
think
Game
it would
Pass,
be.
they
The
probably
other
would have
ones
shown
I've
it.
seen. Yeah,
I don't think the other ones were.
I'll play it when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm guessing this will be another 50, 40 quid game. It's an expansion, so.
Yeah.
Well, a standalone expansion,
Yeah, it
sorry.
was based off an expansion. It was originally good.
So, it was cool. Nice to see Carl Crane back, and Sonic's swearing, so can't complain. And we've got a new gameplay. This is. I think they did this gameplay trailer for Mixtape. This is just a nice kind of. It's inspired by 90s coming of age films, like Dazed and Confused is a clear inspiration for this game. And they kind of gave us some of the bands that are showing up for their music. Like, I know Joy Division and then The Cure. I love The Cure, so that's nice.
Yeah.
It just looks quite nice and charming. I'll most likely play it. I believe it's coming to Game Pass as well. So, yeah, I guess everyone can try it for no extra cost. Nice. Let's skip over this next game because it doesn't appeal to us. And this next game, which is being done by a solo dev, Acts of Blood. This looks very clearly inspired by Sleeping Dogs and Sifu. I believe Daniel, we spoke about this game when the demo came out,
Yeah.
or the first trailer. Any thoughts? Any hype?
Not
Just-
really.
Does look
I
really cool.
kind of have. Yeah.
September 30th next year is when it comes out.
Mhm.
It just looks
So-
really cool.
We'll see if my interest peaks a bit more towards the release.
Yeah, this looks cool. I like it. Next one, something which is also pretty hype considering kind of the history of this franchise and gaming. Scott Pilgrim EX. If you don't know, the very first Scott Pilgrim video game was delisted for years because of copyright issues. So they brought it back recently, and they've made a sequel, and it looks really cool. Have you guys seen the Scott Pilgrim film?
Seen bits of it. Never actually watched the full thing.
I
though.
highly recommend it. I love it. It's one of my favorite films of all time. So it's just
Yeah, I do
nice to see
want
this.
to at some point.
Chris Evans is so good in that film.
I've seen a lot. I've seen all
It's
the
actually
Chris Evans stuff.
hilarious. And then the anime, which came out about,
Yeah.
what, 2 years ago now. That was really good.
Right, it was a bit ago.
Actually, no, I think it was It was end of 2023 because I think it was in the anime awards this year. Because Sam was saying,
yeah,
"Oh
it
yeah,
was, it
Winter
was.
23 stuff gets counted for 2024 for no recency bias." That's yeah. We got an announcement of Hitman World of Assassinations Le Chiffre DLC. Looks pretty cool. Matt Mikkelson's returning, and this looks quite cool. Yeah. Lego Party game, which is just a Mario Party clone, looks super generic and bland. Wildgate, I do not actually remember what this is. So sadly, I don't think I can speak about that. Save these next. Oh, actually, okay. This next one, Ill. This is the game which looks horrifying. The AI looks really good in this game. They like pick up objects and stuff and like throw them at you. Do you remember what I'm on about, Daniel? It's like the really weird, creepy, pasty, naked people.
Yeah.
Ill.
Wait, is this? Wait, are we talking about Ill? Yeah.
Yes.
Ill. Yeah, no, that's a real. That looks really cool.
Looks horrifying, but the AI is meant to be really good. So
yeah, no,
and you can
I'm
kick
excited
babies.
to try that out.
Like you can, like in Austin Powers when he boots Mini-Me across the room. So that's pretty cool.
I'm excited to try it out, even though I'll be terrified.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Some other games I don't really care about. Yeah, Splitgate 2. We'll let you talk about this, Daniel.
Oh, all right.
There's also
Yep,
some
I'm gonna go
drama
back
with
to
this
rant
game.
mode.
as
Yeah, that's what
well,
we're going to talk
annoyingly.
about. So, Splitgate 2, me and Nathan have been playing that a lot in the beta, and I've played all the betas and alphas. Big fan of this game, big fan of the first one, and it officially launched alongside Summer Games Fest, which is very cool. And they also introduced the new Battle Royale mode, which is kind of part of the core of the controversy, but yeah. So, some reason, let's talk about the first part. People think that because a Battle Royale mode is available, the game's just a Battle Royale game now, entirely. there's been many statements clearing up that that's not the case, and all modes will be treated equally. It's still very, and even then, the battle royale still feels very much arena shooter like.
Mhm.
So I don't get what all the bullshit is from there. People just aren't trying the game and then forming an opinion
Because Daniel, that
because they
means they
see
have
it's
to try the
trending.
game. That means they have,
Yeah, I
it's like I
know.
say,
Because
people need to read the
honestly,
article, not just read the headline.
gaming culture,
Yeah.
people are stupid. You're all
As someone
stupid.
who's never played Splitgate 3, I think it's
Who?
bad.
You played Splitgate 3? Does
Damn.
Yeah,
Titanfall 3
trust me,
exist,
guys.
Isaac? In this time period
Titanfall
you're
3
in?
does not exist in the
Oh.
Well,
future.
funny you mentioned Titanfall 3 because that was one of the statements he brought up, and people are trolling it because he mentions Titanfall 3, then mentions Battle Royale, which I guess it is the genre which kind of killed any
It did.
chances of it.
It completely killed
But that's
Titanfall
Yeah,
also
3.
heavily down to EA because it didn't really get no, EA just scrapped
we
it for
all
some
hate
reason.
EA.
EA
Because of how
scrapped it for no
successful
reason.
All
Apex
my homies
was.
hate
Knew it was
EA.
going to be a thing.
So they're like, you're gonna cut.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was both.
Yeah.
So
I still don't know why they cancelled it, but we've had that rant in the past already. But yeah, can't make
All
sense.
my
But still,
homies hate
he's
EA.
speaking what the gamers are thinking, and suddenly when someone shares their views, gamers immediately riot.
because he called out
Yeah.
Halo, which I think have you mentioned
No, he
Halo?
didn't call out Halo.
I
He
thought I
said
did.
that he loved growing up playing
That
Halo,
was it.
and then
And
said
then
that he
people were
said fed up with
saying
playing the same Call of
Halo was
Duty.
bad, which he
Well,
didn't.
no, Halo's not.
That's what people
No,
were saying. He was saying.
yeah.
So
Well,
that's why I
people are
called that.
stupid and just
So,
want to hate
which
because he insulted their
which-
their same COD game every
yeah,
year.
which it is. I mean, and Halo
Exactly.
has fallen off. Like you have to
Hmm.
admit it. Like Halo Infinite,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people had fun with that. I just thought it was just
It
kind of fine.
has a
So
good multiplayer. It took a bit long to get all the content it has now to the point of the player base kind of fell
yeah.
off.
So it's like
Yeah. No, he spoke
he spoke
facts.
the truth.
And the new Battle Royale mode is very fun. It is just a fast-paced Battle Royale, which is what I like.
Hmm.
It's not like running around a map and then getting a third party. It's just constant action. It's very, very fun. It feels like an
Yeah.
arena shooter just on a larger scale,
I would like to try it
like
out
the 24-player one.
That's
because
good.
I'm not a
We
big
can
Battle
put,
Royale fan
we can try it
anymore.
out later
So
tomorrow or something.
yeah, I believe I saw it.
Let's
I
go.
enjoy battle royales,
Actually, can I
but
play it on my Switch too? That's the only way
there's
that I'll
not
play.
loads that are special.
Jesus Christ. But yeah.
So
But yeah. Anyway, on to the main point. They're supporting all game modes equally. This
mhm.
is not a fun one. Hell, the roadmap says that they are releasing arena maps monthly throughout the summer.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that is, if anything, biased towards the arena mode because that's at the core of the DNA of this game.
Mm.
And then there is one controversy I do understand, which is the pricing. I think we talked about this when the official, this new closed beta came out. The prices are quite high.
Yeah, and he
Even then,
even said we're
upon the
lowering them.
controversy, they have halved it
Oh,
already.
halved it. Wow.
And
I didn't know
yeah,
they changed it.
Like,
I believe
that's
that's what they
good.
said. Yeah,
I
And
thought
in
they
all
were
fairness,
super
it is like
expensive for a
it's
skin.
free to
it's a
play
small
game.
dev team unless they've
Yeah,
increased the amount, so I
1047
don't
devs.
blame them.
I can go give you the number right
Because I remember,
now.
like I said, I remember saying like these are.
It's on
I think it was like
PlayStation.
was it like 40 quid for a skin and some old like weapon skin? Like they were just like Chrome. Like why is it so
Yeah,
expensive? So I'm glad that other people had
yeah,
this my same thought
hmm
process. Then they
yeah,
wrote in said, "Hey, this is just too much." Like this, and they were like, "Yeah, I agree. We'll lower the
Yeah,
prices
it's
and we'll
good.
give refunds to the people
mhm,
who bought it."
yeah.
Nice. It's like
It's not like
Arrowhead.
cash refunds. It is split coin because that's
Yeah.
all it can manage to do. But even then, that's still good. I know a lot of companies which wouldn't do that.
Epic.
But yeah,
And
mm. But
maybe
no,
probably not.
Roblox.
I
Don't
know
know how
EA
fucking
would not.
Roblox I've lost.
Or Roblox.
But yeah. But no, but yeah, and it's only a small dev team, like Isaac was saying. I think this on the private on the closed playtest stuff, I can only see 27 devs in this list.
Hmm.
I'm assuming there's some more which aren't on Discord and stuff. But yeah, that does
But
point
yeah,
to a small
like
dev team.
Yeah.
yeah, it makes sense. I understand
Mm,
why they've
yeah.
priced it so high, but they shouldn't have. You know?
Yeah, and they've listened. They have actively stated they are community first. They are obviously making changes. Every beta has been really good reception from the devs to like player feedback and stuff.
Yeah.
Like those QA sessions went like on for like hour, like just listening to player feedback, and even then everyone had a survey as well.
Mm.
So yeah, it's a shame
Yeah,
people
that's good.
hating on a company and dev team which is very clearly trying to make FPS great again, which is a stupid thing to be mad about, or because of a hat saying "Make
It's
FPS
Twitter.
great again."
That's the issue.
Yeah, they
Mm,
see things that aren't there, then complain and get
yeah,
Like
upset
I can
about
see
it.
people being like, "Oh, I'm not that excited because it's a battle royale and I'm bored about it," which is fair. So am I.
yeah,
But
There's other modes.
The,
It didn't
there's an
take away the
arena
other
mode which is
modes.
a lot of fun. So just
Hmm.
play that one.
Yeah.
So or just
And even like all
play
the other
Titanfall 2.
modes as well. Like the 24-player one is super fun. And I will say now, I think the 24-player arena style one lasts longer than the battle royale, so, as that's how fast-paced battle royale is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Nice.
it's someone drew a very good parallel. So you know how like a Helldivers fan base just kind of slips in and out of hate and love for the devs?
Yeah.
This is a perfect parallel,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of just echoes the state of gaming. So yeah.
You either love something or you hate something. There is no in
Hmm.
between in
And
gaming anymore.
people
Or
love to
you're on
hate
Twitter.
things.
Or you're on.
Yeah.
That is just Twitter. You either love it or you hate it. There is no
I
in
hate
between.
Twitter. I absolutely hate
So,
Twitter. I see no things to love
which is
about it.
a lot of people saying like, you can't like just I like this. You have to love it. And you can't just go
Yeah.
oh I don't like that. You have to hate it. You
Mm,
can't just
yeah.
be in the middle anymore, which is an issue with the online gaming
And just
community.
remember, you don't need to have played something to form an opinion about it.
Hmm. So, is that
But,
yours?
so yeah,
Okay, to
that's my little rant over, which I think we can all agree on
yeah.
there.
Oh, actually, I forgot this one.
More rants coming up soon. Don't
This
worry.
is Into the Unwell. This is a cool kind of Cuphead looking game, which is like an action game. But I don't know if it's. I don't think it's Souls like. But yeah, Cuphead inspired clearly. Um,
Yeah.
it looks really cool. I haven't watched the trailer in a while since it was shown off, but Into the Unwell. Forgot that happened, so
Hmm.
looks cool. Now we're on to what is my personal favorite show announcement. I don't know about you, Daniel. Stranger Than Heaven. This is Project Century, which was
That
announced at the
looks
Game
very,
Awards.
very good. Yes.
This is made by RGG, the Yakuza
Hmm.
studio. It looks awesome. It's kind of like a noir beat 'em up game, a brawler game. It just
Yeah.
looks really cool. Yeah, I've always wanted to get into RGG games, and this game looks really cool. I'm going to double check if there's a release date. So if you want to give your thoughts, Daniel, while I check.
Yeah.
Um,
I've not played any Yakuza games. I wanted to play them.
mhm.
Like you.
Yeah,
I know you've bought some on Steam, so
yeah.
will probably try them out as soon as you barely use your Steam library.
I got Yakuza 0, 1, and 2 remake, and that's it.
It's
And
Zero, which I really
I
want to
have
play.
like a Yakuza Like a Dragon on my PlayStation.
Hmm.
And yeah, there's still no release date. I think it comes out next year though. I don't know. But another thing which someone else pointed out that I then said to you, was originally called Project Century. The very first trailer for this game at the Game Awards was set in 1915. This was
Hmm.
stated to be set in 1943 or 5. So someone said, what if because it was called Project Century, it takes place over a century or over the 1900s. So that could be kind of interesting to see. We kind of see this character age as well.
Yeah,
Um,
possibly. That other just set century they
or
were set on, and then they
yeah,
just decided that year.
what to say. So yeah, and then we ended off with the biggest announcement of the night, and the one that saved it for a lot of people:
Hmm.
Resident Evil 9 Requiem. It looks really cool, very scary. Yeah, it just looks really cool.
Hmm.
We're not big. I mean, I love Resident Evil 4 remake. I know you've
Resident
not beaten
Evil
it.
4 and Resident Evil 1 are the
Hmm.
only ones I played.
Yeah.
Did not enjoy Resident Evil 1,
Mm.
but
And
4
you're
was
near the
alright. I
end
just
of
need to get back
4.
to it. Yeah,
Like you're
I just
right
need to get
there,
back
man.
into it. I
You're
know,
right
bro, to be
there.
fair, I got a brand new PC, bro. Like, bro,
That game's gonna
I
look
forgot.
stunning on that new PC. That game really looks amazing. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I love RE4 remake. So, I would like to get into the other ones. I'm just like I said, too scared. We've announced how scared we are of horror games this showcase.
Yeah, I mean,
um,
I've always been quite open about
mm,
that. I am not good with
so
horror.
yeah, game looks cool. Hyped for all the people that were waiting for it, and
If we
yeah.
get the podcast to 50 subs, I'll do a Halloween stream on all the
Mhm.
FNAF games in my own channel.
So I figured because we're at the end
Save
of
us
the
up to them.
SGF, we'll talk about bingo cards. I have our results. I
Mhm.
already read them out, so just pretend like I never read these out to you guys. Shh. So for SGF, I got 2 points, which was Resident Evil 9 and something else. I can't remember what it was. Who cares? Oh, it was mixtape. No, it wasn't. It was something else. I can't remember. The fuck was it? I don't know. Yeah, RE9 and there's something else. Isaac, you got a single point for Mafia 4.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't even watching it.
yeah, and Daniel got 3 points But Mind's Eye got your point actually. Oh, we forgot to mention
Mhm.
Mind's Eye. Damn, my favorite
Wow.
game.
That's such a shame.
and then some other stuff. So yeah, Daniel won. I mean, 3-2-1, not terrible like loss. So well done, Daniel. Now time for the
Ooh,
final
Taylor.
and most recent showcase,
I was traded.
and probably the most disappointing one. The Xbox showcase for the summer. So
Hmm.
kicked off with an Outer Worlds 2 story trailer. Um, Daniel, how much have you seen? Actually, when I
I
mention the
didn't watch
game, you
that
can
one.
just say you didn't.
Yeah, I'm not really
Okay.
interested in Outer Worlds.
I think you watched this one. It looks fun. Capitalism is the main focus.
Yeah.
So
Capitalism's a thorn
Yeah,
in
it's
my
funny,
side.
considering
yeah,
the fact that, the game is capitalism, but yeah, I
no.
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Then High on Life
Gaming
2,
industry.
something that isn't funny. Um, I'm honestly surprised they're making a High on Life 2. I don't know why. Like, I knew people liked the
yeah,
first
I
game,
think
but
because of the Justin Roiland stuff, but
yeah.
I really enjoyed the first game. I enjoyed the DLC, and
Mm.
I'm happy to return to the universe. To be honest,
Yeah.
I think I'll enjoy
I
it.
think there's like dual wielding. There's like a bow that I've seen. I don't. Is there a
Yeah,
bow in the first? I could not beat that
no,
first game. I got so bored.
there are some
Never
guns
played
from the
it.
first game, some guns from
Mhm.
some new ones. I don't think the main gun from the first game will be in it because he's voiced by Justin Roiland.
Unless it's
Obviously, over
like the guy
controversies.
that's voicing Morty because they have the exact same voice. They could just do that.
Yeah, it could be something like that.
Um.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I guess we'll see.
Mhm.
I'll definitely play it anyway.
Then we got Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy. This is obviously a prequel.
Hmm.
Prequel. Set in Egypt, I believe. Looks interesting. I think Yazzie, you had left for this one because we watched the Outlaws
Yes,
2
I
one, and then
went
went,
for it.
tell me if anything interesting pops up, and then High on Life 2. I thought, oh, damn! As soon as he
Yeah,
left.
literally like terrible timing.
Is Resonance? Sorry, it looks fine. Probably not gonna play it. Then the biggest announcement, in my opinion, the ROG Xbox Ally. This is the rumored Xbox handheld. We can see it. Um, I'm gonna double check though. Do you guys want to give some thoughts? Maybe. I mean, what can we say? Just
And what?
it's an Xbox handheld. The new Xbox Ally.
Oh, yeah, I don't
Um,
really give a fuck about this.
well, actually, the entire reason this is big is because they showed so much Silksong footage
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
possible release. I don't know. What's it called? Xbox Ally. So it comes out in the winter, and Sarah Bond was talking about like how Silksong will release with it or on it.
Yeah.
So it's like, does that mean Silksong comes out in the winter, and that's how you reveal the release date to one of the most anticipated games of all time? Is through just saying, yeah, it comes with this thing. It's like,
I feel like they've kind of done that. I feel like that's kind of a joke. I feel like that's what they're kind of doing with a joke,
maybe.
Hmm.
you know? Because they did it before. They kind of just revealed it in that thing,
Oh,
the
the
gameplay
Switch
bit
2 thing.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then they've
it's
just
just a
dropped this
joke at
again
this
now.
point.
Yeah, they even know it's a joke, and they're just taking the piss. So
Yeah.
Just reading into it now. Oh, they're making two versions: an Xbox Ally and then the Xbox
The Xbox
Ally
Ally
X,
X.
which I think is the white version. I want to check. I don't know
Oh,
if
the
they
X
saw
is the
this.
black version.
Oh, okay. Um, so I'm reading it now. How long was it? So obviously this was rumored for years. I mean, it looks nice. It looks a bit like the PS Portal, sorry, with like kind of the controller split in half and like a screen in the middle. But I think it looks a lot nicer.
I'm not surprised they've done a handheld.
Mhm. Uh, Two new handhelds come with new chips, a completely reimagined full-screen Xbox UI. Hopefully this means no more Windows 11 desktop on a handheld screen, and a drastically boosted performance that could make these the best gaming handheld you can buy today. There's some specs here. We'll talk about the Ally X because it's the more powerful one. There's an AMD Ryzen, I think that's an AI C2 Extreme processor. Do you know what that is?
Cool.
I don't really know. I need to do some
24
research on it.
gigabytes of memory,
Hmm.
terabyte of storage. Jesus. The display is 7-inch, 16 by 9 FHD. Cool. Graphics card is a Radeon RDNA 3 graphics with AI boost.
Hmm. I'd say I need to do a bit more research on this all.
Yeah, comes out with the holiday, no price yet. Yeah, we'll definitely see more of this. But yeah, it, cool that and also it showed off the fact that Steam is working on this thing. That wasn't
Yeah.
something they were just like, yeah, Steam's on this. It's like, dude,
Hmm.
you show off
Yeah, it's just
Silksong and then
casually.
just go Steam. It's like,
Yeah, casually you
hang
can just
on.
play some PlayStation exclusives on your new Xbox
That is what I'm
device.
intrigued to see what they do there. Like,
I don't see why they wouldn't. Like,
I
it'd be unfair to pull it from
yeah,
like users of
but I do
both.
wonder
I
if
don't
they
see how
just
they do that.
if they block it. That's what I'm
Not to
thinking.
mention we got a PlayStation exclusive title announcement. Well, what was
Oh, that's true.
previously
That's true.
kind of, and then it became on PC, and then obviously now it's yeah.
Oh, Death Stranding, you mean? Oh, sorry, yes, Final
No,
Fantasy.
yeah.
I completely forgot about that. Because in the end. But yeah, I do wonder if maybe they'll try and block PlayStation games, first party games, obviously.
It's
Mm,
possible.
I would not be surprised if Sony. I mean, even now, I actually they're cruising along now. Actually, they probably just don't give a shit. They're like, we're winning, so just
yeah.
fine. Which, if
Hmm.
so, oh my god. Like, I
Hmm.
don't think the Switch 2 will be hurt that bad because this thing has an incredibly big core audience. But I
Hmm.
think the Steam Deck has some pretty tough competition if
Yeah.
that thing is as good as it is.
Mhm.
So,
Hey, I'm
we'll just
always
see.
down for more options in the handheld
Hmm.
department.
Like, I will always go with the Nintendo side, but I mean, like I said, I do not
Yeah, I
mind
feel like
an Xbox
Nintendo's been
handheld.
doing it a
I would,
lot longer, so
yeah, I would
Yeah.
not mind. I would never get another Xbox, but I would not mind getting an Xbox handheld.
Yeah.
So, yeah, um, yeah, looks cool. I'm excited to see more of that later on in the year. Actually, is it winter this year or next year? Let me double check. Winter this year, okay. Then we got Blood of the Dawn Walker, some vampire game. It looks kind of janky.
yeah, it looks okay, but yeah,
Who gives a shit, Isaac? Because Super Meat Boy 3D
yeah,
was announced right afterwards.
yeah. Super Meat Boy 3D, bro.
I'll let you
My
yap
meat
about
was
this.
boinging.
Okay. Obviously, Super Meat Boy, an iconic 360 indie game.
Hmm.
I would probably even argue it was the face of 360 indie games. It was that
Oh
popular.
yeah. Put it this way, I had to do a bloody case study on it for at one point in uni.
Yeah, like, and it's great to see that he's been reinvented for 3D. So, I see that
Yeah, it's
Super
cool.
Meat Boy still alive. What about you, Sackboy? You still alive? Um, no, okay.
I'm so
Sackboy's
disappointed.
been shot dead.
Astrobot
The truth.
gunned him down.
I
Then we
still don't
got.
see why they didn't just do a
I
duo
don't know
game, bro.
either. Maybe they will in the future. I don't know.
I hope they do. They better.
I would love a Sackboy and Astrobot adventure game. That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Um,
Super Meat Boy can join as well.
sure, it'd be
That's what
weird.
ends the console war.
Exactly.
They get married.
It would
Then
be so peak.
Ninja Gaiden 4. We got a release date.
Hmm.
September 30th. Oh, I didn't notice that. Cool. This game looks awesome. I'm really hyped for Ninja Gaiden 4. I know you are as well, Daniel.
Hmm.
So,
Oh yeah, no, as I say, I'm literally playing a platinum game as we speak.
and I still need to play. I played the NES game, which is hard as balls. So thank God I for the rewind, and I have the original Ninja Gaiden. Well, the first one of the 3D games right there on the OG Xbox that me and Daniel got together.
It's great.
So
Hmm.
that's fun.
We
Gotta
need to
play
play
through
it
that.
this summer.
And then afterwards, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle: The Order of Giants DLC. Story DLC, obviously. Yeah. When I played with Indiana Jones, I thought it was quite fun. So I think it's nice that they kind of not just gone and released it and then moved on.
Yeah.
Give them some more to a game that a lot of people really enjoyed. So it's nice. But something
Hmm.
I'm intrigued to talk about here, which you won't know about, this, Daniel. There was a new
Yep.
game announced, Beast of Reincarnation. This is a
No.
weird. This is like a cool-looking action game, developed by Game Freak. Who you don't know, they make Pokemon. Let me show you a picture of these
Ah.
guys. Of this, Daniel. I'll put it on our slides.
Yeah. Put it. Oh, slides. Right, let me open them real quick.
This is what it looks like. I'll
Where
put
are
it
you putting them?
on Mario Kart World review to slide.
Right.
That's what it looks like. It's like
It's loading.
it looks like a cool kind of.
Oh.
It is an action game, like I said.
Hmm.
It just looks.
No.
I think because it's Game Freak, it's maybe more intrigued. I think if it wasn't Game Freak making it, I would forget about this, which I kind of did a little
Yeah.
bit. But Yeah, an action RPG from Pokemon. Does Nintendo know this is what they were doing? Is this why Scarlet and Violet was ass? Maybe. So yeah,
Mhm.
it comes out next year. Comes out on everything except Switch 2. Can you
Yeah.
play games, please? Yeah, cool. Then we got a very long, like boring look at Clockwork Revolution.
Is that
Um,
the one which is kind of like Bioshock?
yeah. I mean, it's introducing a feature like the Titanfall 2 time travel thing glove,
Ooh, that's
which
that's
looks
my
quite
favorite level
fun,
in the
and
game.
they can like
So
change up
Yeah,
how the
that's
future looks. But the game looks there was a very clear animation area in one of the things where you could see him jolt back into this. It was weird. It does not look polished. Um, when it's in like actual gameplay. So hopefully it gets polished by release. I do not know what the release date is. I don't think they're even this one. I saw this game's been shown like for the past 4 years. There's still no release
mhm.
date. Jesus, man. So yeah, not looking good. And then a game that I know Isaac is very, very excited for, and Daniel, you might be, will be surprised if you weren't. Grounded
If
2,
it's what you're about to, yeah, no, I'm excited for this.
the
grounded,
third
grounded,
Oblivion game
grounded,
this year.
grounded, grounded. Okay,
Um,
right. I want to talk about grounded.
You say Oblivion game?
Obsidian, sorry, not Oblivion. Um,
Obsidian.
I'd like to
Grounded.
say before getting originally releases July, this July 11th,
Yes.
I think they said
July
this year.
29th.
Oh, 20, okay, I can't remember when. So
Yeah. I'm really excited.
in-game preview.
Um.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, Isaac.
Grounded is one
Right.
of my favorite. It's like top three of my survival games. I don't know what else is up there, don't I? But it's a very good survival game. I absolutely love it. The first game, um, I've recently 100%ed. That video will be on my channel one day, and yeah, I absolutely love it. So I saw Grounded 2, and I was like, holy, there's like
Hmm.
scorpions, rideable ants, rideable spiders.
Oh, so it's kind
Um,
of. I wonder if it's
yeah, so
taken
it's
inspiration, or like not inspiration, but notice of like games like Smallland and stuff, like those indie games.
I think so, and I also think a lot of what the fans have wanted to see in the game because there's loads of different bugs. Um, like I think they probably will keep a general combat system like the first game, but it
Yeah.
looks like they've updated it. It looks like spiders can now block with webs, like they can pull webs up and block, which looks really cool. And it's set in like a local park, so I reckon the map will be a lot bigger than the first one, which is something I've kind of had a bit of a problem with the first game because the map wasn't massive. But it did progression really well, and I think again the game will do progression really well in the second one. And I hope they've just added loads more stuff because they've got grounded, good game, and I think they can just build on top of that. And I think it will be really good, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Mm. All right.
So yeah, I'm looking forward. I'll play it 100%.
Okay.
Hopefully you guys will play it with me.
No,
Oh,
I have
cool.
no interest. I'm happy you're happy for it though. Next up, a
I
game
need to play the
looks like
first one
cool.
still,
Actually,
or fully.
I gotta say, I'm pretty sure you played it.
I've played it, yeah, but I
Yeah.
just want to play it fully because Isaac kind of progressed way too far ahead of me, so I kind of lost interest.
Look, it's not my fault. I progressed too far, bro.
Anyway.
I don't play all night on a game. I have a good
All right,
sleep
ladies, please put your handbags down.
I do now.
A new trailer for Chronos: The New Dawn. This is the team, sorry, of Silent Hill 2 remake is making this kind of Dead Space looking game. Again, another horror game that I say looks really cool, and I never play it because I get too scared. It does look really cool though, so maybe I'll give this one a shot. Elder Scrolls Online next. Aphelion, sorry. It's a cool space. It looks kind of boring, and then the trailer shifted to some like horror elements, if you remember, Isaac.
Mhm.
So I was like, "Oh, this looks interesting, I guess." And it doesn't look that interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Um, However, this next one I think could be quite good. No Ghosts at the Grand. Um, this is a game where you go to a hotel that I think your dad used to work at, or he used to live in that town, and you kind of help to bring it back to life. And there's a twist of like kind of what's going on in this town and all the weird stuff that's happening. And it looks really fun. The soundtrack sounds really good from the trailer. You got any thoughts on it, Isaac? There are no ghosts at the Grand.
Yeah, it looks alright. I'll give it a go,
It's on Game
maybe.
Pass. Well, all
Or
these are on Game Pass, obviously.
yeah.
So I'll definitely give that a go. But it's nice. Age of Mythology, we don't care about that. Mudong, Two Hearts. This game looked fake. I don't know why. If you go back and watch the trailer for this, it does not look real. It might just be because of it. Maybe it's just not gameplay and it's cutscenes that have been like animated to look like gameplay. But yeah, something about that doesn't look real. So I guess we'll just see what comes of that one. Maybe Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf. You said you've heard of the first game, Isaac. I've never heard of this franchise before. Um, if you play, do you say you played the first one, or you just like heard of it, of the Planet of Lana, or Lana, Isaac?
I've not played the first game, but I've seen it. That's all I know.
476 DLC. It's fishing.
Fallout 76. Fallout 76.
Isaac fishing shock.
Honestly, I, they haven't added new achievements to it, which I'm semi-pleased about, but also upset about, because I would love to get back to the game and explore all the fish and stuff and get achievements for doing it. But I will probably play it again at some point, so I guess we'll see.
It's as boring
Yeah.
as the game is. Solo leveling
Yeah,
Arise
case.
Overdrive. Generic anime game. Any thoughts on it, Daniel? As a solo leveling fan? Or just
Not too interested. I've never really been interested in many anime games, really.
not even
Like
JJK Curse Clash? What?
the.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'd probably pass on it. Like, I'm a fan of solo leveling, but this just doesn't look like my type of thing.
Yeah. Then we got Anemo. This game also didn't look real. It looked like that cat game from Game Wars, which was AI generated. Very clearly jumping on the Power World hype bandwagon from last year.
Yeah.
It doesn't look real. I don't trust that at all. The launch trailer for Pro Skater 3 and 4, which honestly, we are never getting Skate 4. I just get this. Don't just stop waiting for Skate 4. Just buy Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. They are adding a Doom DLC at launch. Like that sounds
Hell,
peak. So, and I believe it's
I remember
2016 Doom guy. So, I think it's that one. I don't actually remember. Oh, I'm wrong on that. Yeah, just it looks cool. Just get that. A game which I think sounds quite interesting, being developed by the Spiritfarer team. At Fate's End.
Oh
Spiritfarer
yeah.
is a game I've heard a lot about.
Doesn't Dan play that?
Yes, he loves that game. Dan,
One
he
of
was
the
on the
many Dans.
podcast.
Yeah, he was in one of our.
He was
He was
on
our
our
first guest.
5th or 6th episode. He was actually I was the 6th because of my Astrobot review.
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love. This game looks very cool. So, and it's on Game Pass, as all these are. So that's a nice thing on Game Pass. Like I can go, that game looks quite cool. I'll try it out because it's on Game Pass. So, and a game which I think is pretty underwhelming, the Gears of War Reloaded. It should have been
Okay, what you
it
say,
should
I'm
have been a
looking forward
trilogy.
to it.
Not that
It would be nice if
it's
it's
just I
trilogy.
think it would be nice if it was a trilogy. That's my issue.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy that there's cool more Gears of War stuff. It's just why can't you do the trilogy? Why just do one of them? I
I'm
think
hoping maybe they'll add the trilogy to it as like cheaper DLC maybe or something, or just
they
free
probably wouldn't.
updates. That'd be the
They would not
preferable
do
world. Yeah,
free
that'd be the
updates.
preferable world, but they probably won't. So maybe like
That'd
just
be what
DLC
heaven
for
is like.
a reasonable price.
It will just be a separate game for 40 quid most
Yeah.
likely for each of them.
Let me be optimistic.
It'd be too much optimism. And then it was here. The teaser trailer to Persona 4 Remake, or try to say Persona 4 Revival. Obviously, playing on the fact that you go into TVs in this game. Now, it is very clear this game is in very early development. The world looks really cool, but you, as in the character you, looks very weird. He doesn't look finished, so my guess is this is a very late 2026 game, early 2027 at the latest.
Probably.
So, but
I don't really know.
it's nice that it's
Atlas's,
here, and
cycle.
the world looks really cool. It's just the character models I think will probably get cleaned up later on in development, because obviously you want to get the world down first, because it's very important for a game to have a world. So, yeah, Persona 4 Revival. We got a little. I would like to know if who was doing the music. They played some of the music, but obviously it was just the instrumentals, so I don't know the lyrics yet. Because I know the singer, she has posted on Instagram saying like, what was it? Oh, doing some music for a secret game. Hope I get it right. Which, and then in the comments, people were posting like clips of Rise, who's a character in the game, and she was liking those posts. So it seems very likely that she will do the music, which is good because I love Persona 4 soundtrack. It's goated. So yeah, Persona 4 Revival. Will most likely very late next year. I will be gladly keeping my eye on that game though. And yeah, very nice. You should also play that game if it's good when it comes out, which I'm sure it will be. Then Sea of Thieves update: Smugglers and Tide. Sorry, Smugglers. Oh yeah, Smugglers Tide. Sorry, not Act.
We occasionally go back to that game.
Yeah, it's just a Sea of Thieves update. Like nothing really wowing me. So, however, yeah, we're gonna skip over this one. Well, not skip. We're just gonna skip right into the next game because this is the one that I think we're all a bit willy-nilly on. Invincible versus. This is the Invincible fighting game. Tag team like the Marvel one, State of Play. I hope this is not the 3D Invincible game they're on about. I don't think it is. But again, it could be. Do you want to give your thoughts, Daniel, on it first?
I'm not a big fan of fighting games. I've never been like Street Fighter, all those. Like I just do not have a care for, and it's quite disappointing to see that that's the game that's turned because I had hopes it'd be like a Spider-Man type thing, Batman Arkham, just more in that style, and yeah, evidently not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isaac,
so that was disappointing to see.
you got any thoughts on Invincible
Yeah.
versus?
I don't care. Maybe I'll give it a go, but
It's on
I
Game
don't
Pass,
think I
so
will,
it's
honestly.
like I said, you can try it because it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, I would much prefer, like Daniel said, an Arkham Spider-Man type thing, which would be much more fun, I think. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Hopefully that happens.
I'm trying to read what people are thinking in the comments, and it's just people saying, "Guess who finally got his powers? I'm invincing it." He said the line, "I hope Cecil will be playable, teleporting around the battlefield and setting cyborgs on it as opponents, and for his super satellite laser." I'm making immortal. It's time to redeem him. I'm maining, sorry. Sea salt. Guess who finally got his powers? Okay. Cool. Sea salt. I would have also
It's
preferred
just going to be
a
lobotomy.
Spider-Man line. Comes out next year. I pray this is not the 3D Invincible game though, because like I said, we're not fighting game people.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's someone out there who's really excited for it though, and I'm happy.
Oh yeah, there's definitely an audience.
So,
like Tekken, Street Fighter, and all that do well.
Because it's a tag team one, which is like.
It's just unfortunately not our.
guilty.
We're not part of that audience.
Then we got back-to-back ports, which we mentioned earlier. A Final Fantasy VII Remake, Intergrade, which I don't know when that's coming. I can't remember. I think it's in the winter. And then Final Fantasy 16 coming out today on PS.
Two very big games.
Series X and PC and Series S. Highly recommend both games. I would recommend 16 more because I prefer it. Yeah, cool. This was always gonna happen. It was when, so it's nice to know it's finally here, and people go to experience one of the best performances in all of gaming from Ben Starr, the GOAT. One of the best soundtracks in all of gaming, and one of the coolest boss fights as well. So that's nice. Two more things. My throat is killing me.
Yeah, it's very, very big.
No, I'm fine, honestly.
It's just listing. That's what showcases are. Last two. This is one that was on the bingo card for Daniel.
Yep.
Double Fine's new game. Double Fine is a great studio. They make Psychonauts 1 and 2. They've made other stuff, which I sadly can't remember right now. But this is a game where you play as a lighthouse called Keeper. It looks quite interesting. I want to see more. I don't think there's a release date for this yet. If there is, it's probably next year. That is not how you spell Keeper. There we go. Okay, I Google Keeper and it's just bullshit. Oh, sorry, it comes out October this year. Oh, wow. October 17th.
That's pretty good then.
Yeah, it looks really neat. And then the final game, which is pretty underwhelming, because they could have just announced this anywhere, the new COD game, Black Ops 7. That's it.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's tally up the points for the bingo card. I got 1 point, which I believe went to Persona 4 Remake. Revival, sorry. Isaac got 3 points. Daniel also got 3 points, which means that Daniel wins the
Let's
Summer Showcase
go!
season with 6 points. Isaac comes in second with 4, and I come in last with 3. Um, Still no Nintendo Direct, so I guess technically it's not over yet, but it's basically over. What do you guys think of the whole summer season?
It's had some good things,
There's
some
been some
big bad
gems,
things. There's been some
but
disappointment,
yeah.
but I
Grounded
think this
2.
has been I think there's been enough good to be say that it's been alright.
I mean, one of the gems was very clearly a State of K3 trailer. Oh wait, they didn't show that, did they? At least the thing I was excited for got shown, so.
Yep, I got Jurassic World
Nice.
Evolution 3, so I'm happy.
Oh, no, Isaac got grounded too,
Isaac
so
Isaac got Grounded 2 and
Grounded
Dying Light
2,
released.
we
Dying
all
Light
got
2.
something that we were interested
Yeah,
in.
we've all got something to be
Yeah.
happy about and look forward to.
Um, and Isaac gets his recently. Well, when does October 21st? Okay.
We all have a reason to live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Romeo is a Dead Man looks like peak.
Yeah, that looks quite good. I'm excited to
So
see that.
yeah,
And
I
I'm
think
hoping they
that was my top
make the
3.
changes that I'm looking for.
Is my favorites from all of them is the Persona 4 revival, which I just want to see more.
Mhm.
Stranger Than Human. Is that what it's called? Yeah, and then Romeo's a Dead Man, or the Bond game. I forgot about that. So Romeo's a Dead Man looks so cool. It gives me Chainsaw Man vibes. But yeah, that is Summer Games season done. What a lackluster summer it is for game showcases. I hope there's a Nintendo showcase that maybe could liven it up a bit, but other than that, Daniel,
Yeah.
it is time for
Oh
the
boy.
bi-monthly arc rant.
Yep. Okay. Right. Snail
Come
Games.
on.
You all know the deal. They're playing on Ark. I think that's literally one of my video titles. But anyway, we got another Aquatica AI trailer. This time with the new theme, which I've told Nathan to avoid, but I have attached an audio file to the bottom of this slide. Isaac's not got his laptop up, has he?
Oh, I didn't even
No.
notice this.
Isaac, turn your laptop on, please. I want you both to listen to this.
Oh, hang on. Let me
You'll
change
have to.
my OBS so then it can get desktop audio.
Yeah. Because this is incredibly disappointing.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
Don't play it just yet, Nathan. I want Isaac to boot up his
we'll wait for
laptop.
Isaac.
But while he's doing that,
What is it? What was it on Google Docs?
it's on the slides. But anyway.
Oh.
But yeah. Oh, in fact, no, we'll wait. I can't really get into the other points about it.
I mean,
Hold
we
on,
can
hold
talk
on.
about some of these. Maybe the
No,
ones
I don't
after
want
the
to.
first point.
I don't want to talk about that yet. Just yet. I want to
Okay.
get over this rant and then talk about the next point because that kind of helps me script
Going
it.
to give some
We can
background
just
for
cut
people
the
who maybe
cake off.
don't know what this is, or have you already done that?
Okay, Ark Aquatica is Snail Games' DLC for Ark Survival Evolved. Not Ascended, the current one, Evolved, the old one that they told they'd be deprecating. And a while back they released an AI trailer to announce it.
Yeah.
And it sparked immense backlash that one, they going back to a deprecated game, and two, that it was entirely AI. Everyone hates Snail Games, they've done nothing but harm to the Ark franchise. And now that Isaac and Nathan are here, would you guys like to play the audio file attached
Yes,
to
I
that
will
little
play
sound
it.
icon at the bottom? You don't need to listen to
I'm
much
happy
of
with
it,
that.
but you just need to get
Oh.
yeah. This is the main theme for Ark Aquatica.
This is ass. This is so loud.
Why is there words, bro? The Ark theme is actually so good.
I know,
But,
that's
like,
like the gem of this
Okay,
game.
20 seconds we're playing in case we get
Yeah.
DMCA'd.
Yeah,
I'm not playing more than 4, bro.
That was.
I know.
Is that AI?
No, it's by an actual band. Let me go
Oh.
try and find out what they're called. Cause hold on.
Like,
Soundtrack.
I'm sure they make great music, but it just doesn't fit Ark.
Yeah, that is the common consensus. I cannot wait. Why is it not showing my soundtracks on my Steam Live? Anyway, but yeah. Just let me sort. Can I not fill by soundtracks? Here we go. It is by Illuminati Sons. They're like a kid band, pop band thing. No hate towards them. This is a great opportunity
No,
for
of
them.
course not, but like,
But Snail, this just doesn't fit the tone of Ark at all.
yeah.
Which, honestly, it just shows such a disconnect that Snail Games has to its fan base. They don't care about the fans. And the worst part is, why would you get rid of Gareth Coker? He is one of the best composers in gaming. The soundtrack is like the only 10 out of 10 of this game has.
Mhm.
and you've just completely neglected it. Like it just feels like such a loss. Which makes me question why they didn't get Gareth Coker as well, because he's always worked very closely with the ARK IP. And I can't tell. This brings me on to my next point. The gameplay trailer that was this isn't officially out, but it was leaked from an IGN event at the current whole Games Fest thing, and it shows off the gameplay. Trailer by Nakatus, who is a big name in Arc Cinematics. Like he's done a lot of like you guys know who Nerd Out are.
Yes.
Yeah, he does all the Arc music videos for their songs. So yeah, he's very well known in the Arc community, and he recorded it, and it doesn't look half bad the DLC, but it just would have done so much better and not get much hate if there was no AI trailer. They'd let Wildcard do it, and it was an Arc Ascended DLC, not a Survival Evolved, a deprecated game.
Mhm.
It's just they've made so many wrong decisions, and I'm really fed up with Snail Games. Now, I think I saw on a Razclip video that it might be a new track that they put over that trailer. I cannot tell with the quality of the leak.
Yeah.
I can see some like similarities to like some of the underwater themes from Survival Evolved original soundtrack. So maybe they brought Gareth Coker back for it, and they're just kind of using that song as like credits or something. But
Mm.
either way, I'm just not very happy with all of it, and yeah,
Yeah.
I will not be getting Aquatica. I absolutely hate snail games.
Mhm.
So there is our
Yeah.
expected Arc rant. Expect more of these with the way Arc goes. I mean, what? It took them 48 hours to push out the UE 5.5 update from the initial launch.
Mhm.
Yeah, this game just doesn't do things right, and
I
it's so annoying.
Mhm. I did the Indiana Jones switcheroo then to switch my desktop audio back to to Discord. Which I tried a bit where you would stop talking and I got it. All right. Well, are
All
you
right.
to be happy now, Daniel? With a
Um,
spoiler-free review of Expedition
yes, I
33.
can't really get into it too much. Because obviously I don't want to spoil it for Nathan, and I don't want to spoil it for you guys for when we go into the spoiler review next
Next
week.
week.
So stay tuned for that.
2 reviews next
Me,
week.
Nathan, and Harry B,
I
one
need
of
to
our
beat this game
previous
still.
guests. In fact, he replaced me. We're only waiting on Nathan, by the way. Like this could have happened if Nathan wasn't
Switch 2, man.
lazy.
Switch 2. I'm going to review this as well
Yeah.
next week. I got 2 reviews. My throat's going
What? What
dead.
was the last thing you did? Was it the first or second accent?
The first. I've only done one, and it was the one with the
Okay, so
masks.
you still got one of the longest sections in the game to do.
Yeah.
So
I'll
yeah,
beat it next week.
you better. Otherwise, we
Have to.
are public humiliation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all I can say though about this game is it is definitely my game. They're gonna have to put some in absolutely banger out in order to top this because it is a 10 out of 10 game.
Mm-hmm.
Like the story is phenomenal. I really like it. Normally, I wouldn't like it. I did. I think it's super well executed. The gameplay, I'm not much of a. I play Pokemon, but I wouldn't say the gameplay is the chart. I'd say the world's more of that, and it kind of
The
goes down
combat's
every
really
year.
good in Expedition.
Yeah, no, the combat is so goddamn good, and I love all the unique like little twists it has for each character. And if you are putting off playing this game just because it's turn-based, don't just try it. It's on Game Pass for God's sake. If that's enough, that's the trial and error method. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I guarantee you won't regret playing it because it is so good.
When in doubt, Game Pass it out.
And I am also a big Ben Starr fan now after that performance,
Mm-hmm.
What are we on?
especially towards the end. Pardon? We're
What
on
are we on?
Expedition
Sorry, I needed
33
a wee.
non-spoiler review.
All right. Is that your
Ah,
review then?
Is
I
there
guess
anything else I
you
want to
can't
say?
really say much. It's non-spoiler.
Yeah, I can't really say much other
So.
than I really, really do vibe with the whole theme of the game and message, and it does kind of hit me in an
Mm-hmm.
aspect of my life. But I'll get
Yeah.
onto that in the spoiler review. Stay tuned. Look forward to it. Game of the year.
And
10
you
out of
gave.
10.
Thank you. That's what I wanted, so I can write that down in here.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
I already said that, but yeah.
I missed that bit. It's just like, oops.
But yeah, Nathan beat this game already, so I can talk to
I've
you
got.
about it.
I'm reviewing the Switch Mario Kart World, which I've done now. So
It
yeah.
was so fun watching Harry beat the game, knowing exactly what was about to
How were
happen.
you watching him?
I wasn't watching him, but I was
You
listening
were
to him.
there. Okay.
Yeah, I could visualize it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was only like a couple of days after I beat it, he beat it,
Yeah. I mean, now
and
that
I've been walking
it's
through the boss
just.
fights.
Mm, now that it's just like Mario Kart World's done, it's literally just playing through the Switch too, and like getting the feel
Yeah,
for
I
it for
mean,
the week.
Nathan, you know about Luminas and Pictos, don't you, in the game?
Yeah.
like the Pictos they built, and you can equip them as Lumina once you played with them.
Yeah.
Harry B had not been using Lumina the
What?
entire
What
game,
this?
and he got to the
That's why
end.
he's struggling so much.
Yeah, like he was struggling with the
Because
penultimate boss
when he
fight,
was playing, I
and
thought we're in the same sections. This is not that
yeah,
difficult. And
I
he's
know,
like,
but
God,
he was
that's so much.
penultimate fight. There's like a mini boss, and
Mm-hmm.
he was just like, "God, why can't I do this?" I'm like, "Oh well, can you try equipping this on that?" And he's like, "Oh wait, oh I can."
That is the most
It was,
Harry thing ever.
I know. So then he
He's
found it a
fucking up
bit
that
easier,
bad.
yeah. And then
Oh,
he beat the game the
Harry.
same night. So that was great.
Literally an idiot, man.
We love him. We love him.
Goofball. Alright,
Right,
time
and you
for.
have a
Yeah,
review
touch him.
yourself, don't you?
Yes. The incredibly big launch this week with the Switch 2 Mario Kart World. I wrote a pretty lengthy review on Backlogged. You can go check that out. Snake__3. So, I have completed the Grand Prix, completed the Knockout Tour, and got almost every costume. There's so much I haven't gone because I don't know where to find the food yet because the game's still quite new. So there's not a lot of like guides for it and stuff. But after playing the game for about I want to say 15 hours. It's definitely one of the best ones in this series. I think it's my second favorite. It's not as good as 8 Deluxe because I really like the car customization 8 Deluxe. I think the controls are a lot tighter in that game. This one, the drifting, because the roads are so wide, I don't feel like drifting as much, and when I do, it feels really
Hmm. Clunky?
slippery, I guess. Yeah,
No.
kind of. It doesn't feel as tight as Mario Kart. It's kind of hard to describe without like showing and playing it. So
Floaty?
I guess I don't know. You kind of just have to play it to see what I mean, because there's
Yeah.
definitely a difference there. And the lack of like
I don't
crossover
really know about.
characters, and there's no Mii's, sadly. I
Mhm.
love. I don't know why. Even I had Mario and Donkey Kong, and I played as a Mii. But I do think this game takes kind of the basic Mario Kart formula that's been going on for years, and is able to build upon it and adding its own like sauces and flavors, and it kind of stands out as it should do for an £80 game. 75 to 80 pound game, I'll
Worth
say.
the price though?
I'll talk about that near the end. I'll talk about my positives and my negatives. So I think the best new feature in this game is a knockout tour, which we didn't get to play, or you didn't. Sorry. We went to
Mhm.
Thingy. This is the
Yeah.
one where you do it's a massive race, and if you don't place within the top 20, 16, I think then 12, 8, 4, you get
Multiples of
kicked
four.
out. Yeah. Um, and it's really fun because you don't need to be in first the entire way through. It kind of makes it more exciting. You could be kind of like drifting along in the middle and then just launching on first. I was in first throughout the entire race on one of them, and some shitty AI, Wario, little bitch, he mushroomed shortcutting in front of me and he won, and he stole my goal. I thought, wow. So the AI is a lot more improved in this one.
Mhm.
Um, other than that, I think something I said about the trailer, and then when we played it in April, which is kind of weird to think that was
Mhm.
almost 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Um,
Man.
it oozes personality and style. Like there is
That's
so
nice.
like the colors so bright, it's so bouncy, and it's just so nice to look at. Especially compared to 8 Deluxe, which looks kind of bland and washed out compared to this game. Which I mean makes sense. That's a Wii U game. This is a Nintendo Switch 2 game, and
I always forget
it
that.
looks like a Nintendo Switch 2 game, which is what you want.
I always forget how old 8 is.
It's like 14-ish years old. It's insanely old that game. Not 14. Sorry, that's wrong. 11. That's right. So yeah. I love that, and then the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack. There's a lot of
Mhm.
new songs which I think are great. The main theme is really good, and then like remixes of other like iconic Mario songs I think are also great. And they're nice to listen to when you're driving around the open world. Um, obviously, the open world is like the biggest new feature of this game. Um, I think it's fine. It's very similar to Forza Horizons in that you kind of drive around and like do little quests like the boards. You kind of go around smashing. You have the renown boards in Forza Horizon. This game you have the I guess the P switch, not the P switches, the question marks pads and like P switches, which are like little missions, which I thought would be like brain dead, just like drive over here. But some of them are a bit like more puzzling because there's the tricks, which I completely forgot to mention the tricks. They're very
Oh
fun.
yeah.
I
I never managed to
They
play
are
enough
very
in
difficult
that
though
April
to
thing.
get the hang of. They take a bit to
Yeah.
master.
I
That's
tried doing them at London, and
hmm
I just couldn't do them.
So those are a lot of fun. So I'm glad the P switches aren't just brain dead tasks. But it does get quite boring. The game as a whole, which is
Gameplay
my
loop.
major issue. Yes, which I think is due in part with this being the Switch 2's only first-party launch title, except Nintendo
Mhm.
Welcome Tour. How can I forget Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour? Because the console, sorry, didn't release with a single-player first-party game like Breath of the Wild or
Mhm.
um, I'm sure it's I completely forgetting. It didn't. It had only Mario Kart,
Yeah.
which does get boring because you do the exact same thing over and over again. Which I think is that's not the game's fault. That is more pointed at Nintendo and like if they had delayed the Switch 2 to like July and released it with Donkey Kong Bonanza, this game would I would probably score this game a little bit higher. But because it's all you
Yeah.
kind of have, it does sadly lower the score a little bit. So and then the multiplayer is laggy because it's a fucking
Mhm.
Nintendo multiplayer game. They're all laggy. So yeah, I think Mario Kart World it's a good launch title. I think it's really
Mhm.
solid and it's definitely one of the best games in the Mario
Solid.
Kart franchise. Snake. But it has some flaws which I think hold it back from being the best game in the series and then one of the best Nintendo launch titles. So I will be giving Mario Kart World an 8 out of 10. Currently, this is my game of the year. Obviously, maybe Activision could beat that.
It's gonna get replaced.
This is
Don't
my
worry.
current game of the year. Is it worth the money?
I'm expecting to hear a big no.
No. I think no, it's not. Just get the bundle. If you did not buy the Switch 2 bundle with Mario Kart World, you kind of fucked up a little bit there. That's oof. But it, it's like a £70 game. It should not have been 80.
Yeah.
So yeah, the thing is like I recommend this game. This game is good. It's just there's little things that kind of held it back, which are Nintendo's fault. So 8 out of 10, great game. So yeah, that is Mario Kart World review. Let's write down. Thank you. All right. Since we don't have Isaac's season 2 review this week,
No,
very
no.
Just go
sadly,
straight in.
We don't have any sort of review
yes.
this week,
Mm-hmm.
so
I've written down the wrong
honestly,
title.
I'm happy to do what I've been up to first if there's nothing
Yeah,
So
go
yeah,
else.
ahead. Me and
Isaac,
Nathan been yapping almost this entire
what
time,
have you
so
been playing and watching this
What
week?
have I been playing and watching?
Yes,
Well,
that's what I asked you.
I have been playing. I played some Sims 4 with Millie the other day. We had a lot of fun doing that.
your sim
And
doesn't
Millie's
look like
actually
you
making
inspired.
a video out of it, which we don't know what channel that will release. It will release on one of them. I've been playing lots of City Skylines. I've been enjoying that. I've been playing Helldivers as well, and other than that, I've not really been playing much else. I haven't. Oh no, I have watched a film. I watched Bohemian Rhapsody for like the third time. Good film. I saw it with leaving Netflix and wanted something to watch, so I just chucked it on.
Mm-hmm.
TV show wise, not really been watching anything except I started a new show the other day called The Pit. It's a medical drama which takes place over the course of one day, where each hour is an episode.
Is it like 24?
So it's yeah, kind of like 24,
Mm.
and I've been enjoying that so far. And apparently, there's a really important like few episodes, which really makes the show stand out. So I'm sort of building up to that, and I'm looking forward to it. So we'll definitely give my review when I finish it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I've been up to.
Yep. Daniel,
Shit. Yo.
what have you been up to? What have you been playing and watching?
What have I been up to? Well, I have been up to a little bit because I'm now officially done with my first year of.
Mm. First year of uni,
God
he
damn
said that.
it.
He cut out. It's
Pardon?
okay then. He said he's been done with the first year of uni. You cut
Yeah,
out
I am fully done with my first year of uni, and it's a great feeling to finally be done.
then. Mm-hmm.
As for what I've been playing this week,
Yeah.
Splitgate 2,
Mm-hmm.
Outer Wilds. I've gone back into that game.
He's streaming that.
I've been streaming it on my Twitch Loquational.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan, link that in the description.
I gotta add that now.
And pardon?
I gotta add that to the presets
Yeah,
now.
put my personal channel as well. Why not? I'm out of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I've got another channel called Loquational where I just yap. But yeah, no, it's been really fun playing that. It's quite. I tried playing it a while back, but I just wasn't in the right headspace. But now I am, and it's really, really interesting trying to figure all the mysteries out.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of layers to this game. It's very, very cool.
Hmm.
Helldivers, obviously Isaac mentioned me, him, and Ben, one of our friends, playing it a lot. Nathan, you've not actually dropped in this week, I don't think.
Well, no one's. I mean, I'm not. I don't think I've been in when you guys have asked for
Yeah,
help.
you've just.
I normally just come in when you guys are like, "I need help," and I go on his way.
We had that a bit, kind of, when we were doing a bunch
Slayer
of joke.
inbound. That's what I
We were
do.
doing a bunch of like jokey builds. Like I've been doing a melee build with sword and shield.
Hmm.
A lot of shields.
Yeah.
Isaac's got his own summoner build,
Hmm.
which is quite
Yeah,
interesting. Nathan,
the
do
summoner
you
build
remember
goes
the
hard.
seeker grenades, like the heat-seeking
I
ones?
think so.
Imagine that, but with 12 of them just orbiting Isaac at a
Oh,
time.
nice.
So yeah. Other games I have been playing Cyberpunk, obviously, though that's kind of slowed down with the new update coming up soon.
Hmm.
Uh, so I don't really want to play because obviously that update will break a few mods.
Yeah.
Ark Ascended, I've kind of been trying to get back into now that my PC can run it at like a stable frame rate.
Hmm.
But the game crashed after like 9 minutes the other day, so that's great.
This is Ark.
Yep,
Yep, I have heard that
surprised.
experience.
And as we've been recording this, I have been playing Metal Gear Rising: Revenge.
Nice. Fine
I'm
game.
trying to do the no. I'm trying to do the no-hit monsoon run.
Ah.
It's pain
Hmm.
because he does like that for like 4.6% damage with his smoke bomb.
Oh.
So yeah, I hate
I'd
it.
like to replay that game. That game's so much fun.
Oh yeah, no, I love the combat in that game. It's incredible, as we
Hmm.
said earlier.
Yeah.
In terms of watching and anything, I've not been watching anything.
Hmm.
I would like to though. I'm getting way too much like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, One Piece,
Don't watch
Dragon
Walking
Ball,
Dead.
Naruto.
Watch One Piece though.
There's a lot of stuff I want. If I want to watch One, I'm not going to read One Piece. But if I'm going to watch it, it'll be that new one, the
The
better
One
paced one.
Piece. God, don't watch
Yeah,
Walking Dead.
I kind of
So
want to
so
though. That's the
Walking
thing.
miserable.
Dead's great, bro.
No,
Walking
it's
Dead is
it's
great.
so boring. Nothing happens,
Nathan, I managed to get through
and everyone's
Naruto and
so
Dragon
brain
Ball. I can
dead.
get through Walking Dead.
No, everyone's so
Yeah,
dumb in
right.
that show. Why would you let a
Nathan, you're just
kid
fucking.
unsupervised in a zombie fucking apocalypse? Isaac? What?
Yeah, well, that's the whole point, Nathan. That's the whole
They're
point,
To
okay?
be
idiots.
fair,
You're
Nathan,
supposed to get mad
I
at
Nathan,
don't like
them.
them. I don't.
counter argument, Nathan.
Hmm.
Look at the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Madeline
what we
McCann
have all this
case.
20.
Madeline McCann case,
Yeah,
bro.
this is
That's
this
like
We
is
won't
like
get
2020
into that
20,
stuff.
here, but
2012, bro.
Yeah. But yeah,
Man,
so yeah,
children
the
are
real world
stupid.
one
We should just kill them all.
bro, what the fuck?
well
Um.
wasn't going
Anyway,
that direction.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We should only kill the stupid one.
no.
But yeah.
Anyway,
Right, but yeah, that's been my week. I'm
nice.
so glad I'm done.
And you're waiting to watch Ballerina.
Yeah, I'm trying to organise that.
Mm.
Freddie's not messaged me back. Dan Gray's.
Well, as Freddie said, he's interested.
And I messaged him asking if he
Ah,
wanted to. And he's not responding. Dan Gray's never going to pick up his phone.
no.
And Ben said maybe.
Yeah. What have I been doing? Well, I've been doing a lot. We'll start with playing. Uh, I generally actually don't know what I started with. Oh, I started a playthrough of Uncharted 4, one of my favorite games of all time. That game is amazing. The greatest action set piece of all time is in that game, and it's the one where you're being dragged by the trucks. If you know, you know. That was what I was playing to kind of wait for the Switch 2. I could have been playing a Switch into 3 now that I think about it. Oops. I and then yes, I've been playing the Nintendo Switch 2. Mario Kart World, a lot of Mario Kart World. Tried out Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which runs great. Tried out Pokemon Violet because they fixed it for free. So glad they fixed that for free. Because they should not have paid for that. They made us pay for it. Sorry.
It's no longer
Because
too much of a scam for Switch 2. However,
yeah.
Switch 1, you've still been scammed.
Um.
I hate that game.
So yeah, and then been playing some Metroid Fusion today. It's a great game. It's my personal favorite Metroid game out of all of them.
I enjoyed that one we
So
played at London.
yeah, Metroid Prime 4. I'm so hyped for Metroid Prime 4. Cannot wait for that this year.
I'm a pro at it already and I've never played.
Like, oh my god, I'm so excited for that game. And then watching. Was it this week? Yes, because I was ill this last week. I finished off Twin Peaks season 2. What an ending. I have no idea what's happened at the end. I thought I knew what was happening, but I was indeed very, very wrong. So, it was great. Horrible filler, though. But then I thought to myself, I gave The Office 5 stars, and that has 2 whole seasons of mid. So, it's a 10 out of 10 show. Finished off Clarkson's Farm, which I really enjoyed season 4. I thought it was great. The last episode, if you don't know, Jeremy Clarkson, he was a host on Top Gear. He then started a farm, and he's opened a pub recently. And watching how everything was just breaking and crumbling in that pub was so stressful. It's a great watch though. And then I watched Twin Peaks: Fire Walk with Me. It's just so sad, just depressing. Again, I highly recommend the Twin Peaks show. Great universe. And then watched The Missing Pieces of Twin Peaks, which is like it's deleted and altered.
Missing pieces.
alternate.
Horror Mia.
Yeah. It's deleted scenes and alternate takes from Firewalk with Me, but David Lynch kind of edited them all together to kind of make kind of like a story, I guess.
The fuck?
It's a cool idea. I enjoyed it because my favorite character's in it, so that was nice. And he gets like one of the best scenes. But yeah, it's great. Just watch Twin Peaks. It's a banger. And then I think that's it. Yeah. That's it. That's all I've been playing.
Very nice.
Yeah. Oh no, that was never mind. That was last week. I forgot when I beat Last of Us Part 2. But yeah, that was the week before. Yeah, nice. I guess that's everything. You guys don't have any last minute
No,
things?
no, I don't have anything else.
I guess we can just say, next week is, like I said, the Expedition spoiler review.
Yeah.
So Isaac will probably not be there for a lot of it.
No, yeah, I probably won't be there for a lot.
And also the Nintendo Switch 2 review for the console. I wanted a full week with it. Try some games and stuff. The performance. That's about it. Any last words?
Yep. No, not really. Thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.